Alright, now the OnePlus 11 lineup is probably the best lineup from the house of OnePlus in a very long time. Like, the OnePlus 11 feels like a true flagship, while the OnePlus 11R brings back the flagship killer element that the company had with its pricing. However, despite having a price difference of Rs 15,000 between both the devices, they do have a lot of common features, which begs the question as to which device is better for you. Do you really need to spend money on the proper flagship, which is the OnePlus 11? Or is the OnePlus 11R the perfect value for money flagship killer device for you? Well, that's what we'll be finding out in this video. This is Varun from GTR and you're watching my in-depth comparison of the OnePlus 11R with the OnePlus 11. Let's get started. Alright, so first things first, let's just get all the similarities out of the way. Of course, you get the same design on both the smartphones. The only difference in terms of appearance is the position of the selfie camera on the front and the lack of the Hasselblad branding on the 11R. Also, while we have both the phones in the black shade, it's worth highlighting that the 11R feels a bit silkier, while the 11 has a slight texture to it, which definitely adds more grip to it. Now, there's also the fact that the OnePlus 11 has an IP64 rating, while there's no official rating on the 11R. Other than that, they both weigh the same, have the same excellent haptic feedback, and look quite premium. Now, one slight advantage that the 11R actually has is that it also comes with an IR blaster, which the 11 does not. That being said, you still get the fan favorite alert slider on both the devices. Then there's the display itself. The OnePlus 11 proves its flagship status by offering 2K resolution coupled with Gorilla Glass Victus protection. On the other hand, the OnePlus 11R has a full HD resolution, although it still has a better DPI than most other brands in this price segment, but there's no screen protection on offer. Other than that, both are AMOLED LTPO panels and both the displays support wideband L1 coupled with HDR10 Plus certification. You also get stereo speakers on both that sound equally crisp. Moving along, there's the same 5000 mAh battery on both with a 100-watt charger. Now, charging speeds are the same across the board, where a 10-minute charge will easily get it from 0 to 50%, which is great. However, when it comes to battery life, the OnePlus 11 is slightly better as compared to the 11R simply because of the optimizations that Qualcomm has done with the newer Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset as compared to the 8 Plus Gen 1. But it's not just the better optimization on the newer Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. You also get better raw power in the form of the newer flagship. I mean, the benchmarks are on your screen and the difference is definitely significant. That being said, I will still stress on the fact that for day-to-day usage, most consumers won't be able to tell the difference between both the devices. I mean, sure, there is a difference in terms of app launch speeds, but that's only if you're buying the 16GB variant of the OnePlus 11, which comes with the newer improved UFS 4.0 storage. If you're going for the normal base variant, then it's the same UFS 3.1 storage and the difference in performance won't be noticeable for day-to-day activities. Now, both the devices come with flagship processors and you can easily game at the highest settings on both of them. That being said, of course, the OnePlus 11 is slightly better when it comes to gaming for extended sessions simply because of the optimizations that Qualcomm has done and the inclusion of a better vapor chamber cooling that OnePlus has added. That's not to say that the OnePlus 11R does not have vapor chamber. In fact, it has one of the best vapor chambers by any brand, especially in this price segment. But then again, we all know that the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 is still known for overheating. So, I mean, you do notice that after about 30-40 minutes of gameplay. Alright, now let's talk about these lovely cameras. The OnePlus 11 comes with a 50MP OIS primary shooter, a 32MP telephoto lens, and a 48MP ultrawide sensor. Add to that, there's of course the Hasselblad branding and partnership as well. On the other hand, while the OnePlus 11R comes with the same primary sensor, you do see a much smaller 8MP ultrawide sensor and the telephoto lens has been dropped in favor of a 2MP macro lens. Of course, there's no Hasselblad partnership here. That being said, up front, both the devices share a same 16MP selfie camera. So, what's the camera performance like? Well, in daylight shots, for the most part, the shots look the same, which was kind of to be expected considering they both come from OnePlus and follow the same philosophy of image processing. That being said, there are certain differences that you can notice. See, the OnePlus 11 has a more accurate white balance along with a better structure to the image on the whole. As a result, the shots on the OnePlus 11 look sharper in comparison to the 11R. The HDR is also slightly better on the OnePlus 11, which maintains a good balance between the highlights and the shadows, while the 11R is close behind. Moving on to ultra-wide shots, the OnePlus 11 clearly shows its might. You get better details along with same color profile as the primary sensor. On the OnePlus 11R, however, there's a massive shift in terms of colors, with the shots looking washed out and the images also lacking details. Now, the OnePlus 11 also has the benefit of a telephoto lens, which allows for better portraits with a more natural depth of field and improved edge detection. Now, then we have the selfies, and as far as they are concerned, they are the same on both the devices. However, once again, the OnePlus 11 has a very slight edge in terms of HDR processing. Lastly, as far as low light photography goes, the OnePlus 11 has better illumination along with less grains. Now, it's not to say that the OnePlus 11R shots are bad or anything, it's just that they're a bit more polished on the flagship OnePlus 11. And that's basically the whole point, not just about the camera, but in terms of this whole comparison. Like, you will ask me which device makes more sense for you, and the straight up answer is going to be the OnePlus 11R. For almost 90% of the people out there who are confused between these two devices, the OnePlus 11R is the clear winner. See, unless you care about the flagship status, the OnePlus 11R definitely offers better value for money. You get the same design, an excellent display, great battery life with fast charging, the same excellent software, and amazing performance for the price. The OnePlus 11 on the other hand definitely has improvements going for it, but the most significant one is in terms of the camera performance, where not only do you get an improved primary camera, but you also get more versatile camera modes. So yeah, at the end of the day, unless you care a lot about your camera on the OnePlus 11 and of course the flagship status, my recommendation is to go with the OnePlus 11R. It's easily the best OnePlus device that I've used in a very long time, simply because it's OnePlus returning back to its roots with a flagship killer status while offering excellent value for money and not compromising on a lot of features. And well, that was it. If you found this video helpful, make sure to let us know by giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel for more awesome tech content. Also, if you are eyeing the OnePlus 11R, I would suggest checking out our comparison of the 11R with the iQOO Neo 7 to decide which budget flagship killer makes more sense for you. Till then, this is One from GTR, and I'll see you in the next one.